We said you could do your intro, not make the sounds that they make in Twitch. You give La Forza a go if you feel like you could take it on.
Modris
La
sings
Forza?
La Forza. To introduce the podcast.
Is he preparing dinner?
2, 1.
Oh my dear sweet Lord Jesus Christ.
Hello everyone, I am Modris and today I have taken the intruder privileges from Ellie because she doesn't like oranges. And today we are going to talk all about Eesti Laul, which is Estonian selection for Eurovision 2021. And we are going to split this podcast in 2 parts, so 12 songs in each part. But today with me there is Ellie, who is always here. And it's Cian from Ireland.
What's up?
Yes, hi. And we are going to talk about
Sorry, no, hang on. Was it just silence?
I don't know how to...
Oh my god.
What is this?
Okay, let's talk about some facts first because yeah. So some facts about Estonia and me. I have a very warm relationship with Estonia. Fun fact is that my sister used to live 6 kilometers from Estonian border, and during the summer we used to go to a lake which is on Latvian and Estonian border. Half of it is in Latvia and half of it is Estonia. And I will also mention it in the second part of this podcast, but I've been to Estonia as well. But not about that. And the other thing about Estonia is that I love Karl chocolate with blueberries and rice crisps. And that's all.
Okay.
Thank
you
you
for your attention.
Thank you for that public service announcement, Modris. On to the regularly scheduled programme. Yeah, like Magus said, we're going to be doing 12 of the songs from the Estonian national selection. We're going to be doing it in the order of the playlist linked in the description if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Spotify, unfortunately, I can't link the playlist. Yeah, it's not in any particular order, I don't think. We don't have running orders for the semis, so we have just split it into 2 lots of 12 songs. We're going to be doing 12 songs in this podcast, 12 songs in another podcast at a later date. And yeah, that's pretty much covers it, so we'll just jump into the first song, which is We Could Have Been Beautiful by Koit. Is that how you say his name? Probably.
Close
And
enough.
we'll start with Cian.
So, I don't know about anyone else, but I personally have had my fill of Koit in Eurovision to last me a lifetime. This is a 5 out of 10 for me. And it's a basic run-of-the-mill sad male ballad that Ellie thrives on. Clearly.
Feel attacked.
Yeah. I mean, tell me I'm wrong and I'll take it out, but I don't think I am. I'm clearly not the target demographic for this song, and that's okay, but Verona's better than this, I've realised, and I wasn't a massive fan of Verona. It's a 5 out of 10 for me. I have it 14th, which is fairly middle of the pack, I guess. He'll make it to the final because he's quite and he is, in fairness to him, he's decent live. I'll be interested to see how he handles the high notes in the chorus, but he'll probably be fine. But yeah, it's just a basic sad male ballad that never appeals to me, that Ellie will probably give at least an 8 to. So.
Well... You're not wrong.
No, of course I'm not.
I was up. Right, so I filmed a reaction video to this earlier today, which will probably be uploaded after this podcast, so look out for that. But I very nearly cried. I only didn't cry because I was very aware there was a camera pointing at me. I very nearly cried. This just hit a little close to home. And I was upset. like, my poor heart just couldn't handle this, right? But what the hell was the end of the music video? Why was there an alien spaceship landing on her lawn?
Clearly, you've never watched the music videos for Eesti Laul songs before. They tend to not make sense.
What was the need for it to turn out that it's set in 2065 and she's like in love with some sort of alien or something? I don't get it. I just don't get it.
I hope they incorporate that into the staging somehow.
Honestly, if they do, I just don't know what I'm even gonna do. I
hope at the
absolutely
end it's just
lose
like a
my
beam
mind.
of light, and it's just him being sucked up into the air by this beam of light.
I don't get it.
Then I'd be sold.
I don't understand how it's related at all to the song. If the song was something about space, then maybe. But, like, it literally has zero relevance. It's like whoever made the music video just wanted to, like, I don't know, include some weird visuals. Like, I don't get it. I genuinely do not get it. It completely lost me. Like, at the last, 5 seconds, I was like, hang on a minute, what? Completely distracted from the song, and I don't get it. I just genuinely don't get it. In my reaction video, I'm literally like gobsmacked. I was like, what the hell? I was just so confused. But I mean, I gave it a 10 out of 10. It is my second place. Because I really like the song. I also don't know Verona. I know a lot of people like it, but I don't know it.
Uku Suviste, you are the lucky one.
I can't remember it. Like, I've definitely heard it because I've got a 2017 top. Like, I've ranked it and listened to it before, but I genuinely can't remember it. So it's a bit before my time. Well, before the time I actually started paying attention to Eurovision. So. Not a clue what that was like at all, but I really like this, so yeah. Modris?
Yeah, let's talk about history first. Apparently, first time I saw Koit Toome was during a show called Baltic Robinson, which is a ripoff of Survivor. He participated in it while I was like 7-8 years old, watching it with my family, and he was the runner-up there. So very interesting. And then let's go to Eurovision 2017, where he performed Verona, and this is from where I remember him the best, and I really don't like this person based on his face. Like, it doesn't look like we could ever be good friends just because of his face. I'm sorry, Koit, if you're listening to this, which I doubt. But we are never going to be friends. Not only that, Verona was on the bottom for me. I never really liked it, mainly because Koit. So I didn't have any high expectations for We Could Have Been Beautiful. I thought it will be one of my least favorites of this year in Eesti Laul. But I am wrong, because first thing I love about this song is the music video.
Even and the alien spaceship.
I don't think I paid attention by the end of the video when I watched it first.
How can you miss the alien spaceship?
Because I was in love with the actress in the music video. She's amazing.
She was an
amazing actress.
Woman. Yeah.
And the music video really reminds me of the theme of the one that got away by Katy Perry music video. Very, very gives that vibe. And then there is the song which I find quite good, despite it being performed by Koit. And the one thing that Koit does have is probably a good skill to write music, because he also wrote Heaven's Not That Far Tonight of this selection. So
did he actually?
Yeah,
that's funny.
I was going to say, why didn't he keep that song from South? But I can't imagine Koit.
Given my top, that's quite funny.
I was very pleasantly surprised by We Could Have Been Beautiful, and it is my second place overall.
Oh!
So good job.
We have
Quite.
the same second place!
I think we might have the same first place, but maybe not.
I mean, I
maybe
hope
same
so.
top 3 songs, but
Right.
different order.
Right, one song in and I'm already the outcast. Look,
Which place did you have it in?
Yeah,
Okay.
what place?
14th.
14.
Okay.
Eek.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Right, let's move on.
Also, stop. Well, just a second. I'm just very, very worried that I wouldn't like the live performance because Koit would be on stage.
Well, he was in the music video and you managed to look past that, so...
But
Well,
have you
he
seen that
was
meme
just-
of his face at Eurovision? Like, do you know what I mean?
Right,
We
can I
can
move
move
on
on.
now? Yep.
Yes.
Right, song number 2 is The Lucky One by Uku Suviste. Obviously, the...
I think it's Suviste.
Well, whatever his name is, he would have gone to Eurovision last year had it happened, but alas it did not.
Good
So
that
he
it
is
didn't.
back in the national selection with his song Lucky
Unfortunately.
One, and we'll go to Modris then. Absolutely slewing everyone tonight, aren't you, Modris?
We've only just begun.
Go on then, you can start, Modris.
Okay, so Uku Suviste is the second person that I wouldn't be friends with. I don't like
What do you mean the second person? We're only 2 songs in. You have no friends.
I would be.
You spent the first 10 minutes insulting me and Ellie. You slagged off Koit and Uku, and now you're like, he's the second person I won't be friends with. Modris, we're not friends anymore.
I would be friends with the lady from Koit Toome music video.
The old woman.
The alien.
And maybe the alien as well, yeah. So, yeah. Last year, I forgot what was the song title for Uku Suviste. This is Love or something.
What is love? What love is? No, it's what love is.
Love?
Not what is love.
What is love?
That's a different song.
Maybe you don't ask me.
Had away in Eurovision.
That would be cool. Okay, but yeah, Uku is my second to last of 2020, with last being Stefania. Last year, before the live shows, he wasn't even on the bottom for me, but after the live shows, I really hate his stage presence and the song got on my nerve. Also because it won. Well, there were 2 better songs that I wanted to win. But the Lucky One is slightly better song, but it's like a template song. They just take template for sad male ballad for Ellie, and him singing the song doesn't feel genuine at all. Like it's just a song that he's singing just to participate. So I really hope he won't win, but I think he might win just because he should have participated in Eurovision last year. So people might vote for it just because of that, and apparently he's also popular in Estonia.
Yeah, I agree with Modris. I do think this is probably going to win. He's got jury and televote support in Estonia anyway, irregardless of the fact that he's been caught up in this whole pandemic situation. I think, again, the song is better than last year. Last year, the song aged like milk for me.
Yeah.
Slightly better this. I mean, it could still age for me, but I've given this a 7 out of 10, and it is actually 7th in my top.
I didn't mention the position, or did I?
No,
I don't think you did.
21st for me.
Oh wow.
Jesus.
So yeah, so I have it 7th. I won't be terribly mad if this wins. I don't know. It's fine. It's better than last year. I do worry that it could age again, but
Yeah.
he'll sing it. He'll sing it well live. This is probably my favorite of the songs he's come to Eesti Laul with. I'm generally not a big fan of him, but this one is pretty decent. And he's probably going to win this year. I don't really see. There's a few people that might, but I would be very surprised if he didn't win this year.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I did, this was in my first reaction video that I did to Eesti Laul songs, so if you want to go and check that out, that is on the channel. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I liked What Love Is a lot last year in studio. It was my second in studio and I absolutely loved it. And then the live performance completely ruined it for me. I don't know what it was about it. I just didn't like it. And it completely grew off me and ended up like somewhere between 20th and 30th in my overall top, which to say I loved it so much in studio was a massive fall. I don't know why. It just fell off for me, and I started to really dislike it. Maybe I was just salty the Beautiful Lie didn't win. Who knows? I liked this song. I like this song a lot in studio, which is I'm worried about the live performance. I'm worried that he's gonna ruin it again. But I won't be mad if he wins. I think it's fair enough. Like, I think he deserves to go back. I think he deserves to get his chance. I think he won it. Unfortunately, won it fair and square last year. So, I mean, I think just doing a national final for the sake of it when he's probably going to win anyway is kind of cruel to everyone else. But there you go. But yeah, I like it a lot. It's a very different vibe to What Love Is, but I'm not mad at it. I've given it an 8.5. It's my... Let's did I put this in the end? It is my 6th. And yeah, that's all I've really got to say for it. It's fine, be a good winner, and yeah. So we'll move on to song number. That's not number. Move on to song number 3. Wingman by...
I can say it. Andrei, Zevakin.
And
Pluuto.
Pluuto with 2 U's for some reason.
Yeah, that's probably in Estonian, how they write it.
Yeah, I'll kick off by this. I have very little to say. I mean, I like rap, right? But like, not this kind of rap. I've had to censor myself here because I didn't know how else to describe it, other than it's like I've put F-boy club rap. If you know what that means, you know what it means. Like it's just not my vibe. It's like a club song. It's just not my vibe. There were moments where I thought this kind of does bop, like the music is good, but then it's just not my thing, not my kind of music. So I gave it a 3 out of 10, and it is my... Scroll down to my top because it's miles down the page. It's my 19th, with a 3 out of 10. So yeah. Cian?
Yeah, it's not usually what I'd go for in a song, but I actually don't mind this terribly. It's fine. I don't think I would purposefully search for this or put it on, but if it came on in a playlist I was listening to, probably wouldn't skip it. I don't really know what to say. They've just gone for like a Spanish vibe, Latin vibe kind of feel, which I just cannot see polling well with anyone in Estonia. I've given it a 6 out of 10, and it has actually managed to creep into my top 10 at 9th.
Oh.
I think that says more about the overall quality of Eesti Laul than anything else. If I've had to put a 6 out of 10 song at 9th. And it's not even my only 6 out of 10 song that is in my top 10. There's like 4 of them, so it's one of the lower ones. But it's fine. It'll probably get lost in the semi-finals because I don't see this appealing to juries, and I believe the average voter in Eesti Laul is quite, don't want to say old, but more experienced, shall we say. More experienced with life, shall we put it. And I just don't see this appealing to the older generation who primarily vote in Eesti Laul. So I think this one is a surefire one for getting lost in the semi-final, but it's fine. It's a nice diverse entry, I guess, is probably the best I can say for it.
Okay, yeah, so if we talk about friends, I might hang out with them, but I wouldn't really be my friends, like, you know.
Oh, this is going to become a thing now, isn't it?
I wouldn't mind them around. And the comment I have about this song, let me read it. It's very long. Boring.
Oh, God.
Thank you, next.
Is that it? boring.
Yes.
Where
Right. And
is it your top?
yeah, it is number 19.
Oh, that's the same as me.
Lads, can you did you coordinate this? Have I been left out? Did I miss an email or something? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, that's the memo after being added to the podcast
Yeah,
roster
Yeah,
about 2 hours
I know I was a last minute addition to this podcast, but like how last minute was I actually that you have this kind of coordination?
Alright, swiftly changing the subject, let's go to song number 4. One by One by Hans Nayna, something, probably said very differently in Estonian, but
I don't think he's actually Estonian. He's probably from Sweden or something.
Oh, right, okay, that's fine
not
then.
an Estonian name at all.
That's fine then. Modris, do you want to go first?
I can. I don't have much to say. Like, the first thing that comes in my mind when I read the title One by One is a song from Supernova from a few years ago when a middle-aged woman dressed very badly with very bad makeup for the stage sang the song One by One. It was like folk song. Like, studio version was actually a good song, but the live was a disaster. That's what comes to my mind, and now that I think of it, I don't remember Hans Nayna's song at all. A comment I have is that really reminds me of Mr. Probst. There was like a singer
Yeah.
a few years ago. He had like Waves and another hit song.
Yeah.
Voice and the music style reminds me of that, and I think this might be a little bit of dark horse because I think he will be very good live. Like, studio version is nothing special. Like, it's just a song you would hear on the radio and forget about it right after the next ad break. And but live it could be quite good.
Cool. Where did you put it?
All right, and that's actually my 11th place.
Fair enough, right? What I said about this song. Right, so originally, like, when he first started singing, I instantly knew he reminded me of something, and he's one of those, he reminds me of all those British singers with the really, like, raspy kind of voices. And
I
then
am so glad you've said that.
like Tom Walker-esque kind of thing, right? And then somewhere along the line, it just became, like, weird. Like, I don't know if I just listened to it for too long. Like, the song, over the course of the song, it just became weirder and weirder listening to his voice, because I kept noticing weird things happening. Like, there's some strange robot effect or something on his voice, and I don't know what they've done in the production, but it was throwing me through a loop, because I was so confused. Like, at the start, I thought I would love it, and then it seemed to drag a bit, and I was just getting progressively more confused. And I like the lyrics, and I like the kind of emotion behind the song, and I like what he's going for, but I was getting my mind just couldn't keep up. I gave it a 7 out of 10, which is, it's fine, it's good, whatever. It's my 9th. Modris, did you say it's your 9th?
11th.
Oh, right, okay, I was going to say, because I promise we haven't coordinated this, but yeah, it's my 9th. It's fine. I might enjoy watching the live performance. I don't think it's anything special. I don't think it's a contender for the win, but yeah, it's fine. We'll have to see when it's performed live, so yeah, Cian?
Yeah, it would make sense if he was Swedish, because I could definitely see this being one of those kind of ballads that you get in Melody Festival, and John Lundvik-esque, but without the charisma of John Lundvik. And maybe he's better live. But I gave this 5 out of 10. I said it's perfectly inoffensive, but it gives me very late 2000s to early 2010 UK Eurovision entry vibes. I think specifically Andy Abrams, is that his name? The guy that was the bin man that was on X Factor and then went to Eurovision and flopped completely. Bless him.
I have absolutely no idea.
Bless him. But Yeah, it's just a standard kind of male ballad. The last chorus is a bit more interesting than the rest, but for the most part, to me, it just felt very one note. I'm sure he'll be fine. I'm sure he'll be very good live. He's just one of those people you can nearly tell by the studio version that he can sing it live. So I think he'll be fine. He'll probably make it to the final. Wouldn't be surprised if he made the super final. But yeah, I gave it 5 out of 10, and I have it 15th in my top.
Fair enough. Right. On to song number 5, Lost in a Dance by Gram of Fun. I'll go first because yeah, it's a massive bop. I was this is, I think, a fan favourite. I've heard more people talk about this than any of the other songs in Eesti Laul, and I was nervous listening to it because I either go one of two ways with fan favourites. I think I either absolutely love them and I'm all there for the hype, or I absolutely despise them, and this could have gone either way. But yeah, I like it. It's a massive bop. I was envisioning, when I was listening to it, I was envisioning a Lake Malawi-esque, fun and colourful kind of staging with all the band on like different, like the vision for the staging was all there, like all the colourful lights and just fun, and it's like the kind of music is very current but also very retro. Like it's the same thing that Dua Lipa's doing with like future nostalgia and everything, and like Blinding Lights is obviously like the biggest song of 2020, and that has the same kind of retro vibe going on that everyone seems to be loving out of nowhere at the moment. So I think this is very current. I think it'll probably do very well with a televote. I mean, I'm not sure of the music that Estonian people listen to, but speaking from the perspective of someone in the UK, this would do very well with a televote of like a younger audience. Not sure if they'll get that in Estonia, not entirely sure, but yeah, it's fun. I enjoyed it. I was bopping. I was having a good time. I also reacted to this in the reaction video that I filmed yesterday, so that'll be out in the next few days. Give it a 9 out of 10. It's a bop. I did think it was missing a little bit of something. I think towards the end I got a little bit. I think the ending could have done with a bit more oomph. But apart from that, like that was a minor criticism. Apart from that, yeah, bop.
Where did you put it in your top?
Oh yeah. It is 5th. It's 5th, just above Uku.
Fair enough. I'm gonna keep the good vibes rolling. I gave this a 10 out of 10.
Hey.
I love it. It's just a fun dancey bop. Like you said, it's very like retro current, that kind of style like you said, The Weeknd, and it's a different style to what Dua Lipa's doing, but very much in the same vein of a throwback but current kind of thing. I love it. I think it's great. My only negative point I think I have to say about this is I don't think it's going to win. I think Estonia do this. They give you a song that is very current and is a big fan favorite, but you kind of just know based on Estonia that it's not going to win. Like there's been a few songs that have been massive fan favorites, and you just look at the lineup and you're like, it's not going to win, just purely based on, like, I would not be surprised if this did well in, say, like the jury vote, but then not the televote or vice versa. There's something that is going to drag it down, and I don't know what it is. Bit worried for the live, not gonna lie, because I think you can very much hear the production that they've spent on this. So I'm a bit worried about how the voices are going to translate. But I mean, overall, I think it's a bop. I'll be listening to this long after Eesti Laul is finished. Probably well into Eurovision season, I'll still be listening to this. It's the only 10 out of 10 I've given in this national final, so obviously it is my winner. I hope it wins, but I'm not gonna hedge my bets on it.
Okay, I won't praise it as much as you did, but like I want to also trash it. First thing that I do want to trash is the band name. I understand that gramophone is a play on gramophone and like fun, but gramophone seems too little of fun. And
for context for this criticism, Modris hates fun, so
Modris hates anything happening.
Yeah, if it makes him feel things, Modris doesn't like it.
No, I like feel things.
Oh god.
Maybe a gram of
Practically.
marijuana would work in this context. Like it would give you a little bit fun, but like how many they are in the band? 5, and a gram of marijuana for 5 people ain't that much. Okay, but talking about song, it is very trendy and current. Like what you hear on radio in 2020. As if I listen to radio, I never do that, but from what I know from the top hits, and the one thing that's bothering me is probably her vocals. I'm not really a fan of her voice. Like it doesn't give me enough. But we'll see how it is performed live. That will probably bring it either higher in my top or lower. And it also sounds like a song that I need to hear more times to start liking it. It's not like first time I hear it and I will love it. One of those kind of songs. And I placed it in number 10.
But would you be friends with them is the real question.
Oh yes, of course.
Oh yeah, yeah, I think I would.
I mean,
could be friends.
obviously not
They're
now
like
because
cool
there's 5
people.
of them in a band and you can only have 6 people meeting up with restrictions and all that. But you know, aside
no.
from that, would you be friends?
Actually, I can't meet anyone based on
Oh.
watching restrictions. So
Well,
I
neither
like,
can we.
you
Neither
can meet
we,
one
so-
people outside on the street for a few minutes. That's all. That's all you can do.
Right, let's move on to song number 6, which is Magus Melanhoolia by Jüri Pootsmann. I think I'm saying that right. It's taken me a while, but I figured it out. Yeah, I'll start because I reacted to this one in my first Eesti Laul reaction video. I love it. I think it's great. I didn't think I'd like it based on the first verse, and then the chorus hits, and I was just gobsmacked. I was like, hello? What? Where did that come from? Yeah, I really like it. It will be amazing if he's good live. Like, this very much hinges on him being good live, because he has a very high voice, and that can go one of 2 ways live, and I don't know. I'd have to hear
Ellie.
him live, but...
I have a question. Do you know that he represented Estonia in 2016?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. And his
It
voice
sounds like
for
you
that
don't
song
know.
was very deep. His
Yeah,
voice was very deep. So I'm
He
very
didn't
interested. to
sing
know.
in
Okay.
falsetto at all.
And
And he
that
finished last overall. He got
does
last.
Yeah, he
fill
was
me
last
with
overall.
hope. Oh God.
So
Okay.
this is his revenge.
Well, I like the song in studio at least. Yeah, I do like the kind of chill vibe and the dramatic chorus. I think that's a good dynamic for a song. I think if it stayed the chill vibe, I definitely wouldn't have liked it as much. Probably would have got a bit bored. But the drama and all the instruments and things like that is great. I loved it. I've given it a 9.5 out of 10. The 0.5 was only lost because of the luring me into a, oh god, I'm not gonna like this at the very beginning. I didn't like that, but yeah, I really like it. It is my 3rd place, and yeah, I love it. So, Modris?
I go next, yes. So I will start by talking about Play, which was his 2016 entry in Eurovision, and he is famous for his magic tricks on the stage. In
Magic
2016,
comes
I
out into last place
thought
overall.
he's so lame. Like that performance was tragic, and the song was okay, but it wasn't really something that I would listen to outside of watching the semifinal. And he definitely deserved to not qualify. Maybe not last place, but he wasn't good enough for the final. But now that I watched this video of his new song for 2021, he looks completely quite different. He seems to have found different stuff from what it was in 2016, and it's much better and suitable for him. So that's already a plus because it makes him a better performer. About the song, like I really enjoyed the chill vibe in the beginning, and I thought, yeah, it's already better than Play. And then the chorus came, it wasn't expected, not what I expected, and it was good. And what I have noted down is the note before the second chorus. Like, the verse goes the same way as first verse, so you would expect the second chorus to start the same way the first chorus started, but there is an extra note before the build in the chorus. And I think that is what lifted this song in my top from around 10th place to 3rd place. I have it in 3rd place.
Yay!
So that's really what lifted, like that one little detail in the song made it stand out, because it's not like, it has good composition. It's not like something you would expect. Like when you listen to the Lucky One by Uku, you know what will happen in the song. Like,
Yeah.
it's so predictable, while it surprises with the first chorus and then the little thing before the second chorus, and also like the outro that I forgot what song it was, but I have noted down that I like it. I think it's like jazzy melody or something.
Yeah. I'd just pop back in just to say that I've whipped up my 2016 top and he was 37th in that, so yeah, I don't like it either. I can't remember it. I have zero memory of it, but I didn't like it either. But me and Modris are back in agreement. That's pretty cool. But yeah, we'll go to Cian because I think Cian's not going to agree.
So you both have this third, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm about to be bullied viciously, but I absolutely hate this.
Oh no!
I despise this so much. I gave it a 2 out of 10. It's my second last. It's my 23rd. I just cannot. Like, this should be my last. It should be. But for reasons that we will get into in the second podcast, and for reasons that everyone knows is coming, we know what's my last. I just hate this kind of music. It's nothing even against. I prefer Play to this. And I'm not the biggest Play fan. I'm just going to quickly pull up my 2016 top while we're at it. I have Play 29th, so it's fine. It's the best Baltic entry for me that year because I generally hate the Baltics. They can just do one in Eurovision.
Like that, yeah, was the 3 Baltic boys.
And because of my hatred for the Baltics, I have been roped in to do the Baltic coverage for Eurovision this year. Love that for me. But I hate this. This kind of music, it's just not my bag at all. The chill vibe does nothing for me. The high notes in the chorus, they bring unbridled amount of pain to my ears. I cannot get behind this at all. I think I've given it a 2 out of 10 because it's only 2 minutes long, which is a blessing. And the only thing that actually vaguely interests me in a positive way about this song is I'm interested to see if he can actually hit those high notes live, purely because of how deep his voice was in 2016 when he sang Play. It was very deep, and this is a big jump in terms of the kind of notes he'll be singing. There was no real high note in Play from what I remember. I think there might have been a long note, but there was no real high note, which this is just about like half of it is high notes. But yeah, sorry to Yuri. I know he has a lot of fans everywhere, especially for this song, but I am definitely not one of them.
Yeah, I actually didn't notice that the song is 2 minutes and 15 seconds long.
Yeah, it is quite short. Yeah,
I felt it all.
I didn't notice. I feel like the song is very complete and it doesn't need to be longer, like 2:15.
I did see a lot of people say that in the comments. They felt if it went 3 minutes, it would be worse.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I think I agree, but like,
it feels complete. Like
that.
Cian agrees because he can't sit through anymore.
I can barely sit through. I actually think I skipped the last like minute of it because I just couldn't. But if this was, Jesus no, if this was 3 minutes, I wouldn't. Like, it's a doubt that I might be able to watch Eesti Laul anyway. But if I do watch it, this will probably be my bathroom break. Unless he's in the same semi-final as the other, my last place. But yeah, this is my 23rd. So yeah, sorry to ruin the mood. Sorry to
rapidly move on from Cian's slander.
The harmony.
We'll go to song number 7, which is Free Again by Egert. And we'll go to Modris first. Go on.
That's friend of the channel, Egert Mulder.
Yes, Egert
Yes.
commented on
Hi,
my
Egert.
reaction video.
Friend of the channel.
Hi, Egert. We know you're listening to this as well. How are you?
Ellie
How was
is
the
single,
interview
just in case.
with Owen?
Stop. Moving on.
Oh yeah. So then I don't have much comments for this. So I really like the music video for this one. Very well produced and the storyline and everything.
Mhm.
I liked it from the first view that I listened. His voice and maybe and maybe music style a little bit really reminds me of George Ezra.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed Ezra's previous album. Like it was like top album of that year. So yeah, nothing else to say. It's my number one. Thank you.
Is it actually?
Yeah. Is it just two?
No. But wow.
Oh, that I was hoping we would have the same top three.
No.
You should have had it number one.
Well, I mean, I'll go next. It's adorable. I absolutely loved it. I mean, like I said, it was in my first reaction video. He get commented on the video, which took me by surprise, and then I quickly realised that he'd actually heard me call him Egert, which, good Lord Jesus, the most mortifying moment of my life. But anyway, yeah, the song is adorable. It's so cute. I have listened to this multiple times. Yeah, it's great, and we know that he can sing live from last year as well. He was pretty good last year, so I'm excited to see this on stage. Yeah, that's all I've really got to say. It's 9 out of 10 for me, and I believe it's my 4th. Yes, it is. It is my 4th. So just missing out on the top 3.
If my 4th isn't your winner, I will be very sad. If my 4th isn't your winner, that will be tragic. If it is, then we have the same top 4 songs.
Oh, that would be pretty impressive.
That would be very impressive, yeah.
Cian?
Oh my god, wouldn't that just be the cutest little thing ever if you two were to match with your top 4? Fucking
Yes.
sick in my hole. I swear to God.
That's my reaction to the next song, by the way.
Like I was brought onto this podcast 3 hours ago to be ostracized, clearly. It's the one sole purpose I'm serving. I will keep the good comments coming though. I do quite like this. I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Cool.
So not as high. I prefer his song from last year, but they're both at relatively the same level. I wouldn't be surprised if this grew on me. I even liked it more. I listened to the songs just before we started recording, and I actually liked this more than when I previously listened to it. It's a very current song as well when you listen to the lyrics, given the current situation that we find ourselves in. I agree with Modris. The music video is nice. I think there's a lot of potential for the staging for this. We know he can sing live, so it honestly wouldn't surprise me if this ended up in the super final, in the top 3.
Yeah.
6 out of 10. I have it. Where do I have it? There he is. 13th.
Oh,
And like my 6 out of 10 range from my 9th place to 13th. So he's like the last. Like he could very well have made my top 10, and he could very well still make it. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this. This is one of the only songs I think is going to challenge Uku because of just the way it is.
Yeah.
Perfect commentary for me. But yeah, just the way the song is structured and the message behind it, this is definitely going to do a lot better than he did last year, I think.
Which it should,
Yeah,
because it's a lot better.
Like this song is better than last year. Last year was good, but this is just
the two of you disagreeing with me. Is anyone surprised at this point? Did anyone not see this coming?
Well, there will be some songs in which I will disagree with the two of you.
In what world am I agreeing with Modris and disagreeing with Cian? What's happened?
Like,
what has Estonia done to
male
us?
ballads, probably, or male singers. We agree on male singers.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yes, that's fair. That's actually very, very fair. The two of you are big male stands.
speaking of men, we'll move on to song number 8, which is Kiss Me by Karl.
Excuse me, man, we're moving to boy.
Oh god, okay. Modris is not going to be friends with Karl. Modris is not going to be friends with Karl.
Slip at it.
I'll go first, and then you two can fight it out, okay? So I reacted to this one today. This is going to be in my next reaction video. But yeah, I really liked it, obviously. I mean, it's a man with a guitar. I mean, it's not, Modris, it's not.
Thank God.
I give it an 8 out of 10, so the only thing that ruined it, it completely lost me when the bridge hits and the synths kick in and the guitar just vanishes, and it completely lost me at that moment. Like, I was nearly in tears, and then the bridge hit and I was like, what's going on? Completely lost me there. So it lost a couple of marks from me there. But apart from that, I really like it. I like his voice. It's a cute song. Like I said, it's a man with a guitar. I mean, I was obviously gonna like it, so it is my God, where is it? It's my 7th, so it's just under Uku. And yeah, that's all I've really got to say. So we'll go to Modris first.
Me first, okay. All right. So the comment I have written down is that this the main target audience for this is probably 16-year-old girls, and apparently also 18 and 19-year-old girls.
Yes, me.
So maybe just girls.
I can't help but feel attacked.
The lyrics, no, Cian. Wait,
yeah,
I haven't finished.
Cian, you've had your manliness revoked.
I usually like.
It's a good thing I'm not like very insecure about my masculinity.
Yeah. Okay. Where did I pick up? Let me remember what I wanted to say. Okay. I usually like acoustic music and acoustic ballads, but this one was ruined because of the lyrics. The lyrics are just like I won't need any more sugar today, definitely.
So, once again, it's just too happy for Modris.
Yeah, but happy, I don't know, it's just too diabetic. Maybe I'm diabetic towards this song.
Oh god.
Surprisingly, though, it has made it to my fourth. I can't pronounce number 14.
14.
I can't just say 14. Number 4. No. Okay, Cian.
14.
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
that's the number.
I do think it's kind of ironic that after saying that Ellie and Modris have been ganging up on me because it's been all male dominated, that I am now going to come in and defend a male from Modris. But I've given this 9 out of 10. I actually really, really like this. It reminds me a lot of a song from their national final last year. I think it's called "I'm Sorry I Messed Up" by Uku Suviste.
I like that.
Yeah.
So
that was good.
My reaction video, I was sitting there the entire song. I was going, "This reminds me of something from last year, and I can't remember what it's called." Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Sorry I Messed Up, which I also gave a 9 out of 10 to last year. And this Kiss Me is my second, and I'm Sorry I Messed Up was also my second. So a lot of similarities going on. I've also written, it's a sad male ballad that I like. Someone take a picture, because it doesn't happen. Apparently,
I'm so proud.
It happens. Apparently, it happens once a year in Estonian national finals. Apparently, Estonian sad male ballads are the only sad male ballads I can get behind. So, love that. I don't know. I've written down that I just like the way it flows for the 3 minutes. Even when the guitar disappears, I don't mind it when it disappears so much.
Yeah.
Probably because I am not a sad male ballad connoisseur. So I don't know the finer workings of what makes a sad male ballad. But I really like this. It's my 9. It's 9th. It's 9 out of 10, and it's my second. So yeah, I love this. It's great.
I feel as though I'm being attacked.
Yeah, when Modris was like, "This is aimed at 16-year-old girls," and I'm like, okay.
Well, music taste maybe is like.
Yeah, in fairness, my music taste is a 16-year-old girl's music taste. Yeah, like I have the music taste of a 16-year-old girl who's just gone through her first breakup. So
it's true. It makes sense. I can
move on.
understand.
We need to move on. Speaking of moving on, right? Song number 9 is "Heaven's Not That Far Tonight" by a couple of women that I'm not even going to try and pronounce their names.
I can try this one with my best Estonia accent.
Okay.
Let me breathe. Suured, tüdrukud.
That'll do.
Just say the C word. Do we have to blur that out? Do we have to censor that?
Okay.
Moving rapidly on, I will start because this is amazing. This is brilliant. I don't know. I mean, apparently this is spawned from the mind of Koit, which, I mean, shocking. Absolutely shock. But it's just pure fun. It's so much fun. I put this in my reaction video today. It was the one I was most excited to listen to. I don't know, the vibe. I saw the sequin dresses and I was like, honey, I have to react to that. And my god, they delivered the choreo. I mean, they were doing like a little like hand dance. I was like, oh my god, this is incredible. It's such a banger. I love disco. I love them and their stage presence. It gives me so many fairy godmother from Shrek vibes. Like, they are literally wearing the sequin dresses that she wears. Like, if they added the fairy godmother from Shrek, they would be the perfect trio. It would be so good. I love disco. I love this. 10 out of 10. This is my winner by far. I don't know how, because it's a national selection full of sad male ballads, and this is my winner. I don't know how. It's just incredible. They remind me so much of Julie and Nayna from the Danish national election in 2019, but with a completely different song, so I don't know why they remind me of them, but it's just fabulous. Everything about it is absolutely fabulous, and I could talk about this for hours. It's amazing. I love it so much, and I cannot wait to see this live. Like, this is one of those songs, you see it live, and you just want to see it live because it's just so much fun. And my god, I don't think this is going to do very well, and that makes me so sad because I want it to so badly. It's so good. Someone take over, please.
Okay, I'll go next. I'll continue the hype train. I love this. It's a boss. I'm gonna steal a page out of Ellie's playbook and talk about the drama in the chorus. Yes. I love it. They just bring in this kind of instrumental behind their vocals in the chorus, and I just love it. Like it's already great, but it just kicks up a bit in the chorus. I also have written that it's a real foot tapper. So even if you're not up bouncing and bopping to this, you're gonna be tapping your like Ellie. You're gonna be tapping your foot. You're gonna be bouncing your feet. You're gonna be moving some way. You're gonna be just
bopping in your chair.
Yeah, literally. You're gonna be doing something. This can probably get everybody in the world except maybe Modris to move to it. Because as we are all aware, Modris hates fun and happy things. So on that note, I've given it an 8 out of 10, and it is my third of the selection. So, Modris, you can now take the vibe down a little bit if you want.
I can, yes. So, basically, I don't use gay slang very often, but this song performance make me want to do it. Let me find my comments. I wrote some words down. So, what I've written down is... I can't even pronounce it. Yeah, slay, big period, queen. And you heard from me. I think we have found our winner. Although this is not my winner overall, like I've placed it number 4. Just because 3 songs are more what I would listen to on Spotify. But on March 6th, I will go to Estonia, I will buy a SIM card for my phone, and I will vote for them.
Yes!
Yes.
I'm totally going to do it. Like, it will be a trip to Estonia on the same time.
Ellie, is this your winner?
Yes.
So we've
And
all got it
fourth
in the
place.
top 4.
Yes.
So, and that also means, Ellie, we have the same 4 songs in the top 4.
Yay.
And also, another comment I have written down is like that if they don't win this year, they need to return next year before San Marino.
Yes.
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 Entirely
All I
on
can
board.
say is yes.
Entirely
I need that
on
in my life.
So this is our winner. Congratulations.
Oh god, I love it. I love it so much. Oh, I'm so happy everyone else likes it. I hope it does
How can you
well.
not
I
like
really
that?
hope it does well. I know
I
it's
hope
gonna
they-
get
I hope they
beaten
make
by
the final.
Uku. I
They seem
cannot
so
take my
lovely, like-
favourite coming second again to Uku. I can't do it.
I don't think they're going to make the super final, but I hope they make the final.
Honestly.
One more thing that they remind me of a mom of my friend, which is very good drinking buddy, probably the same way Susan.
Oh my
like
god.
Susan is probably also.
Shout out to Susan, Ellie's mother.
So,
Yeah,
so
Susan's
basically,
my mum, for
Ellie's-
anyone that doesn't know.
Ellie's mother and my friend's mother would be a perfect duo for Eesti Laul. Maybe next year.
Yes.
I do believe you'll
Susan in
catch a
Eesti
glimpse
Laul.
of Ellie's mother hoovering in the background of the reaction video.
Don't edit her out, Ellie.
God. Oh. Right. Moving on.
Don't you
Moving
dare
on.
editing Susan out.
Swiftly on.
Jesus Christ. Right.
Can we just talk about them? We need another podcast. Maybe we should do a podcast.
A whole
together with
podcast
them.
on them. Absolutely. Right.
Yes.
Song number 10 is Time by Sissi. And we'll go to Gian first. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, after the last 2 songs, which were my second and third, it's a bit of a drop. Not that much. I gave it a 6 out of 10. One of my many 6 out of 10s. It's nice, and I like the gospel element. I mean, there's very few gospel songs that I dislike when it comes to Eurovision. Although, ironically, Caesar Sampson's one is actually one of them. Even though it's done the best out of all the gospel songs. But we all know the Mamas would have won for Sweden, so it's irrelevant. But I like the gospel element, but I feel like her voice is lacking a bit of power when it comes to this song. I'm not saying, like, she's obviously a great singer. She's been to Eesti Laul before, and she can really sing. But I feel like this song needs a bit more of a powerful vocal, nearly like Destiny from Malta for 2020 and 2021, apparently. And the last chorus picks up a bit, and even her voice picks up a bit. But overall, in the studio, I feel like it's lacking. But I feel like this, if she does have that power in her locker, I feel like this could really stand out if she can deliver it live. It is my 10th. It has just snuck into my top 10. And yeah, it's fine. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is Jack's winner from his reaction video that he did on our channel.
It just seemed like quite a Jack song.
Yeah, it definitely does. I do believe it's his winner. I could be wrong, but yeah, so it's fine. It's my top 10, but again, mainly through the mediocrity that is Eesti Laul 2021.
Fair enough, right? Modris, do you wanna?
Okay, so the main thing that is bothering me about this song is the music video, and it's because the Calvin Klein ad. Please stop with the logos on clothing. I hate logos on clothing. I can't stand. Like I'm never in my life going to spend a penny on Calvin Klein or Nike or Adidas. Like go maybe shoes, but the rest, like, just remove those logos. Why do you put logos on clothes? I hate it. Like, and that ruined the song, the whole song for me. Actually, the first time I just can't watch. At first, like, I only noticed it for one dancer, but then they all came and they all have Calvin Klein on it. It was more like a Calvin Klein ad than a music video for a song meant for national selection. So this time today, when I listened to it, I didn't watch the video, and the song seemed much better because I didn't see the Calvin Klein logo. It's a decent song, but it's like you can play it in the background, but not something I would listen to myself. wouldn't put it on, and I have placed it in number 13. I hope they don't bring Calvin Klein on stage in Eesti Laul.
Actual Calvin Klein. Oh god. Right, well, I've said I kind of like the song composition and like the gospel feel and everything, but sort of along the same lines of what Cian said, there was something in her voice that was like holding me back from loving it. I don't know what it was, because she is good.
Version.
I just don't know. Yeah, I think this could be really elevated live. It's a cute song. Parts of the music video were very confusing. I don't think I was paying much attention. I was very lost what was going on. But yeah, it's a good song. I like the composition. I gave it an 8 out of 10. It's good. It's whatever, and it is my 8th. So just under Kiss Me, and yeah, that's all I've really got to say about it, to be honest. So we'll move on to song number. Oh god, what number are we on? I've completely lost. 11.
10, 11.
11. You're on song number 11.
11. Yes.
Energy by Kadri. Voorand or something
Voorand.
like that. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, we'll go to Modris. You can start. Go on.
Okay, so this really felt like a bedroom performance. Like you wake up in the morning, you feel inspired, you go to your piano and you play piano and sing random lyrics. And apparently she just recorded them and made a song out of it. So that maybe the studio version isn't something someone would ever play. Maybe just herself, maybe her sister. But I think that when she will perform it live, her vocals won't be edited and it will feel more real, and she will put more emotion into the performance. So that might lift the song higher.
Yeah.
For now, I have placed it at number 17, which means it's not awful, but I already explained. It doesn't feel.
Well, she's got a good voice and a lot of emotion. I think it could be a really beautiful ballad live. It was just it felt a bit basic for me. I don't know. It just didn't have any kind of like spice. I don't know. I needed drama. That's what I needed. I needed drama. I've joined Cian in the 6 out of 10 club. I think this is my first 6 out of 10. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's good. Whatever. It was just missing something, and it sort of lost me a little bit. It is my God. Where is it? It's my 11th. So not terrible, but yeah. It's just there. I don't see it standing out at all. Like it could have beautiful staging, but I don't know if how much that will actually elevate it in the end. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. So Cian?
Yeah, I'm pretty much in the same boat as you. I've given it a 4 out of 10. For me, it's very, very plain. She's a nice voice, but there's nothing else really to the song. The lyrics, there's no like. Obviously, there is a message to the lyrics, but it doesn't stand out as much as I think it could.
I think it's just because it's not in her native language. Like it's maybe a little bit harder for her to write lyrics in English.
Yeah, and that could be it as
I
well.
think
That
that's
could
the
be a bit of a
problem,
language
yeah.
barrier, which I think we often nearly overlook. Well, me and Ellie could well overlook being native English speakers. Not that you would guess it from some of our pronunciations, but especially if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you'd know me and Ellie. You'd know me and Ellie do not
So,
speak English fluently. But yeah, there's just for me, there's nothing that stands out. I struggle to see this standing out overall. Sad ballads are really something you really need to get them right, and if you don't get them right, then they're very, very wrong. And I'm not saying this is wrong, like it's not bad, but it's just very uninteresting for me. I've given it 4 out of 10. It's my 18th. Yeah.
I believe it will be better live than it's in studio. Like it will climb few positions in my
Yeah,
top.
I think
I
it'll be
agree.
better live. Yeah.
I believe she's a very good vocalist and she will bring it, but the studio version of the song is not it.
I agree very much for the reason Modris said in his comment that when you hear this live compared to everything else, I think you'll hear there wasn't much production that went into the studio version of this. It's a very what you see and what you hear in the music video will be what you'll see and what you'll hear on stage, whereas other songs like Lost in a Dance or potentially Magus melanhoolia that clearly have that kind of production on them. The vocals will be a little bit less impressive, but this one will be
a lot of those songs can fail as bad as North Macedonia did in 2017 or 18. Which where was it? IQ.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, ew.
I mean, don't trash it too much because I do believe it's one of Jack's favorite songs.
It is, ever. And
it is his winner. I don't even.
I think it was his winner.
Is all right.
And I think I put it last.
But the live.
I mean, he had very as backing music for his videos on like every video he's done on the channel. So.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Right. But yeah, it'll be picked up live. But other than that, it's not great. Sorry.
Right, we're on to the final song of this podcast, not the final song of Eesti Laul. God, it's a good job we split this into. Anyway, song number 12 is Hypnotized by Cian. And I mean, I'll start because I have very little to say. It's just a basic pop song, and I was kind of bored by the end, to be honest. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I wasn't offended, and it's whatever. It's there. But it's just it is what it is. Like I just think it's that's it. That's like at the end of it, I was just kind of like, was that it? Like, yeah. So I give it a 4 out of 10. And that's it really. So I think this is the only one that's been less than like 13th in this half.
No, you have something on the bottom, I think.
Is 17. I have had something on the bottom? No, I haven't. Oh no, I have. Okay. I had Wingman. Never mind. Sorry, ignore me. But yeah, it's 17.
Wingman, yeah.
Actually, 2 places above Wingman, but yeah, it's there. It's fine. Whatever.
All right. So for me, this song feels like some random singer would write and send as a demo version to most popular Estonian singer, which we all know is Karl, and she would reject it, like she wouldn't even listen to fully. She would hear first few seconds and she would drop it and never return to it.
Go back out to living in the woods.
Regarding music video, like the singer is a very beautiful woman, but the music video looks so cheap. Like it really looks like 60-year-old man who has 50-year experience in producing, directing music videos and movies and filming and stuff, but it's just very, maybe technically it's done well, but the outcome of it is really bad. Like the whole idea and everything, it lacks, and it looks like you can see that it's not a club, it's a studio. I hope it's the right song actually, because someone had a very similar music video to this.
Yeah.
But okay, that doesn't matter. And what confused me in this one is also last chorus, because I think there was like a very quiet part before last chorus, and something different needed to happen after that quiet part. But it just turned worse. Like first choruses were better than the last one. And I have it at number 20.
Well, we'll pick the vibes back up a little bit. I've given this a 7 out of 10. I do quite like the chorus. I feel like the verses nearly don't serve a purpose though. Like the only purpose the verses serve is to build to the chorus, which I know is generally how songs are supposed to be written, but the verses themselves don't add anything of note. Like if you took the verses out of this completely, obviously it would shorten the song, but I wouldn't notice it. Like if you were to change the verses around, I don't think I'd notice. It's nice and I do like it, but I actually do have in my comments that I can see people zoning out by the time it gets to the end, which is clearly what happened to Ellie when she was listening to the song.
Mm-hmm.
So very happy to say that I've read Ellie completely on nearly every song. Um,
I feel attacked.
You're very predictable, no harm. But
Rude.
no, I'm giving this a 7 out of 10. And even though I have kind of criticized it, it is actually my 4th of the overall selection.
Wow.
Which, like I have said, kind of refers more on the overall quality. But like I do like this. It's fine. It's inoffensive. It's an above average song for me, which in Estonia makes it a pretty good song. So
yeah. Right, and that concludes the first half of these 2 Eesti Laul podcasts. We've covered 12 of the songs. They probably won't be the 12 songs of semi-final 1, but if somehow miraculously they are the 12 songs of semi-final 1, then we must be time.
Semi-final 2 will be. Semi-final 2 in that case will be quite tragic because
it really
like most
will,
of
yes.
the better songs were in this first half. And also I would like to take away also Ellie's outshooter privileges because she also hates lemons. So thank you everyone for listening. Thank you everyone for listening. See you in the next podcast, which will probably be in 7 days after this one.
Mm-hmm.
And it will also be about Estonia, Eesti Laul, and I have prepared a very good story about Tartu.
Oh, no.
And you will all love it, so you must tune in. Also watch other videos Jack and Ellie have reacted to Eesti Laul previously. You can find them on our YouTube channel, and of course subscribe.
Yeah, so that concludes the podcast.
No.
No?
Let
Okay.
Cian please speak. You don't deserve last word.
Oh, perfect. Oh, well, after all the bullying I've taken on this podcast, I feel like it is only correct that I should sign this podcast off.
You've been bullied.
I've
just been attacked.
Yes, I have been.
Yes,
I have been.
Stop bullying fruit, Ellie. Stop bullying fruit, and then you will get your privilege.
I am being attacked for my taste buds right now. This isn't fair.
Yeah, so like Modris said, tune in for the next one. We obviously won't call it the worst 12 songs of Eesti Laul, but they're definitely not as good.
Actually, there are still one. What was the song Find the Way? Did we already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, 5 of the songs in my top 5 are from the other half, so it's not that bad.
Really?
Good.
Yeah.
Because the only song from my bottom 5 that we've talked about in this podcast is Yuri.
We haven't talked about a single one of my bottom 5 yet, so that's gonna be fun.
So we're gonna get there. We also will be discussing the issue of transphobia on the next podcast. So
oh
tune
God!
in.
It's gonna be so awful.
Oh, it's gonna be
horrific. Amazing postcard.
It will be. If you thought this one was chaotic, tune into the next one because it's gonna be wild. So if you're watching on Spotify, find us on YouTube.
Shut up, Ellie.
If you're watching on YouTube, find us on Spotify, all that good stuff. And yeah, we'll see you in the next podcast.
Twitter! Follow us on Twitter!
Plug the Twitter! We're all on Twitter.
Bye, Egert.
Friend of the channel, Egert, if you're watching this, we love you. I just call him Egert as well.
We're done. We're done. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.